Here are some things to know about the belts, hoses, and pulleys in your vehicle. First, to tell you when you need to replace one of these items, you really need the advice of a GM-trained service specialist like Mr. Goodwrench. They know what to look for and have the proper tools to find cracks and leaks that aren't always visible to the layman's eye. For example, let's consider your vehicle hoses. Even a pinhole leak in a radiator hose can slowly drain your radiator and cause your engine to overheat. If you wait until one of these hoses springs a major leak, your vehicle could suffer extensive damage. Your owner's manual recommends that you check hoses periodically, at least twice a year. Because of all the different ways people use their vehicles, maintenance needs vary. You may need more frequent checks and replacements. Sometimes you can tell hoses are wearing out by looking at them. You might see cracking, discoloration, or bulging. But remember, coolant hoses deteriorate from the inside out. Visually inspect the hoses and have your service team replace them if they are cracked, swollen, or deteriorated. Now let's talk about belts. It's also important to periodically check your belts to make sure that they're not worn, that they have the proper tension on them, and that the pulleys are aligned properly. Visually inspect the belts for fraying, excessive cracks, or obvious damage. Some other signs that your belts need service are glazing or a squealing sound. That could be a sign it's slipping. Or maybe you notice your headlamps dim for no apparent reason while you're driving. That could mean your battery isn't charging because a belt needs service. Have your service team replace them if necessary. Most GM vehicles now run on a one-belt system. That belt device is called an engine accessory drive belt. It's a flat-cogged belt with several grooves on one side. This belt eliminates the need for several separate belts to operate the various systems in your vehicle. A spring-loaded pulley maintains tension on this belt. As long as it is working correctly, this eliminates the need to retension the belt when you replace it. Here's how the engine accessory drive belt works. It transfers power from the crankshaft to turn the generator or alternator that charges the battery, then goes around the air conditioning compressor pulley, the water pump pulley, and the power steering pump pulley. Whether your vehicle uses several belts or one belt, all these pulleys need to be aligned correctly. If not properly aligned, they could damage the belt by causing uneven wear. Drive belts are critical to these crucial operating systems, so you can see that you're not going to be driving far if one of these belts breaks. It's always best to ask your GM Goodwrench service technician to inspect your vehicle if it exhibits conditions like the ones I've described, so that if you have a problem, you can get it repaired before things get worse. You can find more information on the proper maintenance of your vehicle in your owner's manual. And remember, for proper service or maintenance from a GM trained technician, take your vehicle to one of the nearly 7,000 GM dealers nationwide.